The lowrey LK700 is a keyboard made by a company you've never heard of that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and it has a whole bunch of sounds that I really like. It's not on, the power cable didn't reach here. This mysterious keyboard might leave you with a couple of questions, like, why don't you just Google it? And why are your cheeks like slightly yellow? Well, I had a rather unfortunate brush with one of those like symbol monkey things, and this keyboard has virtually no internet trace. Searching around leads to someone selling it, someone asking for the manual for it, and a particularly Spanish site selling the power cable for it. No manuals lib, no LinkedIn, no Twitter, no Facebook. I'm beginning to think this keyboard isn't even real. But thankfully it is, and thankfully it's here with me. So, I'm just gonna get on my pajamas to do the rest of the video. Give me a sec. I said before you haven't heard of the company, which might be a lie. If you're really into organs, you'll have heard of them. Lowrey. The Lowrey organ is an electronic organ named after its developer, Frederick C. Lowrey, 1871 to 1955, a Chicago-based industrialist and entrepreneur, and no, I'm not just reading off the Wikipedia. Lowrey has a wonderful website and an even better subpage called Music and Wellbeing, where they claim, just like diet and exercise, music making can be an important part of our overall well-being. Music makes me feel so good. This company's lust for music has caused them to create over 50 different organ models and had produced 1 million organs worldwide by 1989. That's all well and good, but where does the keyboard fit into all this? It's not an organ, it's a keyboard. Lowrey was bought by Kawai, a keyboard and piano manufacturing company, in 1988. So we know it must have, it says here somewhere, we know it must have it would have to have been made after then, but it doesn't say anywhere anywhere. Who even cares? Like, who even cares? It doesn't matter. Who even cares? Let's take a listen to the keyboard. And not much. But if we turn it on, we're in for a whole world of wonder. That's right, this keyboard breaks boundaries never broken before in keyboards by being the first keyboard to be strings when you turn it on. From what I can tell, there are two other keyboards produced in this line, the LK600 and the LK800. The middle child boasts 100 different sounds, technically, and 25 different rhythms. Instead of a usual digit keypad, this line uses a D-pad-like system for browsing through the sounds, which is great, I think, and is much better than like the usual like number punching constant reference you gotta do to the 100 sounds written in the tiny little font. This video is fallen apart. Let's just cut to the bit where I show you the sounds that I like. I show you all the little sounds. Yeah, little sound. Hey, it's editing Tim. I thought my big ass head wasn't in the way. It was. I would look up and it wasn't in frame, but I'd look my head back down and it was actually in frame the whole time. That was cool, but it focuses on the piano most of the time. Also my knees in the frame, but just ignore it. It's fine. Big ass head. So all 25 rhythms have their own chord progression, and that section in the middle is called one finger ad-lib, where if you click on it in one finger ad-lib mode, it like does a little riff thing on each. Different key has its own little programmed notes that change based on the chord. Now, also, all of those, I don't know how many of those, but there must be like 20 one finger ad-libs. You'd think they'd be the same over all 25 rhythms. They're not. They're all different, which is insane. Some of them sound really bad, but it's funny and I like it. Also, each rhythm has its own little outro, and it varies depending on when in the bar you pressed the stop button. Some of the drums don't come through because some of them are panned to the left and the output is mono and only outputs the right. So I have to unplug the thing so that we can hear them. So here we can see that, we can now hear them, and